Hello Virgo, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Virgo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Virgo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, that's a lot of effort. I feel like we're not giving up, right? Let's put this into some context here. We've got some water energy. We've got the Sun card. We've got a Prince of Wands there, and we have the Fool. We have the Knight of Pentacles. A lot of court cards right here. Six of Cups, Ace of Wands, and another court card. We've got a Prince of Cups and a Seven of Wands. Interesting. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. Now you will have to forgive my voice and my energy level today. My family and I have come down with an illness. Oh, look at that. Little bonus energy, Ace of Pentacles. We've come down with an illness, and we are a little bit miserable, but we're enduring, and we'll be all right. So Tiny Bob Ross is going to guard that card for us. We're not going to look at that until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you have a hunch about that card, I want you to put it down in the comments. All right, let's do it together as an exercise in intuition. All right, let's take a look around here. Two major arcana. We've got the Fool and the Sun. The Fool and the Sun are two energies that are kind of out there just wandering around, right? Flying through space and time. One knows where it's going, one doesn't. Interesting. One can see everything, one doesn't care about everything. Let's see, we've got fire energy. We've got water energy. We don't have any air except for the Fool. The Fool is pure air. And then we've got our, obviously, some pretty nice earth energy. So the absence of air, I think, is really, is saying either that there is, well, I feel like there's not really a certainty necessarily, but there's this confidence that doesn't require you to know everything, right? That you're okay with not knowing everything. Let's start with the Seven of Pentacles. You're someone that you understand hard work. You don't quit. You understand what delayed gratification, I guess, in a way. You understand that the work that you do doesn't need immediate results. Right? You don't put a seed in the ground and then snap your fingers and it's a full-blown, cherry tree. You know that it's a process. You know that it takes work and effort, diligent, day after day, back-breaking work to produce the life that you want, to produce the garden that you want. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? You understand that concept very deeply. And I think that this is really allowing you to see the benefits of what you're doing, the intangibles, right? And I think that really is talking about the earth energy that we have in the future position, because the Knight of Pentacles is looking at the future and can see what it is that they're building. You can see the entire garden, and you know that it has to start with one seed. And that's what you're planting. That's what you're working on right now, is that one seed, right? And you know that it's a process. So we've got that Seven of Pentacles. You're someone that won't quit on things, right? If it matches, if it aligns with that vision that you have, you're willing to put in the work. Yeah, you're totally willing to put in the work. We've got Fool energy up here at the top. You're comfortable not knowing all of the answers, right? And I think that's especially important when you're doing the work of the Seven of Pentacles. You don't know everything about what you're doing. You're maybe learning as you go. You're building this step by step, right? Seed by seed, brick by brick. And you don't really, you have the vision of the future that you want to create, but you don't need to know everything. You have this, you have the ability to enjoy the moment, right? I feel like you're very much grounded in the here and now at this point in your life. You have, like I said, you have the vision of the future. You know what you're working toward. But beyond that, you just focus on right here, right now. Yeah. Right here, right now. So there's a certain freedom in that. There's a certain joy in that. You know. I think no matter what's going on in your life, you have the ability to appreciate whatever it is you're doing right now. Washing dishes, you're probably humming a tune, you know. Weeding the garden, you're probably admiring the bugs and the sunshine, and you know, you can appreciate those details of life because you're not worried or obsessed over this future, because I think the future is pretty much guaranteed. Right? Whatever it's going to be, and maybe you don't know exactly. Maybe you have this vision, but you know it's not always necessarily going to turn out exactly the way you've planned or designed, right? And the lack of swords cards here, I feel like you haven't really planned in that kind of way. You don't have some sort of a schematic. You don't have any kind of blueprint that you're trying to very strictly, you know, it has to be this way. And I feel it's more spontaneous, it's more flexible, it's more improv, you know? And I like that feeling. Whatever you're working on has a deep emotional connection for you. Okay? Something that you deeply care about. And I think this is what I mean with that delayed gratification, because you have these surface level desires. Yeah, you want things right now. You know, you want to feel good right now. But you are learning the benefit of kind of saying no to ourselves a little bit in order to say yes for something better in the future, right? So we're learning how to make the small sacrifices now, not completely. You don't have to deny yourself everything. But I think you're understanding that what is deep down beneath the surface, those desires mean so much more to you than just the surface level desires of, you know, oh, I want to have, you know, my favorite food today or whatever. So I think it's not even a question of denying yourself. I think it's a prioritizing. Which desires, the very surface level or the real depths? Which one is more important to you? What is more, what's more useful to your future? What do you want more than anything else? Some people, and especially if they got a lot of this fool energy, they don't care about the future. They just want right now. You know, and in some ways you understand this too. I mean, like I said, you can appreciate the moment. You can appreciate what's happening right now in the moment. And you find intense pleasure in that. But you're not denying the future for something right now. It's like you get a bunch of money, right? And maybe this does have to do with some coin, because we got this Ace of Pentacles in this future. So it could be what you're building is very much financial, or there's a financial component, and this is a reading for 2024. And in every reading that I've done for 2024, we have a 6. So really this is, I think, next 6 months. Okay. And I think that what you're doing is you're growing something that's going to be much more rewarding in the future as it grows than the simple surface level pleasure that you could get from it right now. It's like you get a lump sum of money. You could either spend it on fine restaurants and some, I don't know, clothes or whatever, right now in the moment. Or you could invest that, or you could use that to start a business, right? How can we make this work for us in the long term? I know what I can spend it on right now. Just a lot of things and a lot of experiences that would feel good, right? Take your family on vacations and lavish restaurants and all this kind of stuff. But that would be it, and it wouldn't last very long, right? So I think with the Fool energy here, there's this balance between creating memories right now in the moment and investing in the future memories, right? We want something that's going to sustain us for the long term. I think that's what you're doing. So you have both this intense plan, this intense trajectory. You're not off course. You're very much on course. But at the same time, you're able to enjoy the moment and make memories right now. Yeah. And I do think it's a family thing. See, we've got the Prince of Wands and the Prince of Cups. This could be your kids. This could be, just family members, right? I think that you're kind of you're the one in charge, and these, well, maybe they're coworkers, but it feels like family to me. It feels like family. So I think in the next 6 months, you're going to see that this is really starting to pay off, that your garden really is coming together, that Rome really is starting to look like Rome, right? And that's going to take us over to the path of the serpent. As we move over here, I'd like to ask for your subscription. Have mercy on a sick one like myself and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free, right? It doesn't cost you anything. And leave some comments for me. I'm going to spend the rest of the day in bed. It'll be fun to just read the comments and see where all of you are watching from. Our audience really does span the entire globe, and I find that to be really fascinating. And I appreciate all of you. Okay, the six of Cups here. This is the real pleasure that you get. It's the pleasure in the moment, sure, but this is more of that the kind of deep-seated pleasure. The really, it's the satisfaction of the deeper desires. What really is important to you? What is the deeper, more long-term meaning of your life? Not just what you can enjoy right now, today, that's going to be gone in a moment, but what are you creating for perpetuity? So the Six of Cups is really, it's true pleasure. Not just surface level gratification, but true pleasure, right? It's a reflection of your divine will. It's a reflection of the Ace, really. And I think the Ace is, well, I feel like it's a creative thing you're doing. I don't know if it feels like a business kind of, but it feels like one that is, again, it's kind of a lump sum of money, and instead of burning through it right now, on more immediate things, you're investing in yourself. You're investing in your idea. And this might be the opportunity for you to really make your idea become a reality. Okay. I think this is really nice. I think this is really, really good. Because this is your idea, and it's in the position of the environment. Now you're starting to manifest that idea. I think 6 months down the road, you're going to see that this is all coming together. And I think it's going to be really, really nice. Now, we've got the Prince of Cups in the position of the obstacle, right? And I think the obstacle here with this card is basically you trying to communicate what it is that you're trying to do. People might, like family, if this is family members, right? They might be saying, well, how come you're not spending this money now, right? How come we're not enjoying things? Why do we have to say no? Why are you working so much? I mean, I get some of that in my life too, from my daughter, right? She's 3. And it breaks my heart, because she says, you're always working. Why do you have to work so much? And it's difficult for me to find that balance between enjoying today, enjoying this moment, enjoying, the here and now with my family, versus working for the future, And so I think that this is that kind of heartbreak. This is that difficult spot where it's like, I want to just spend every second with my family, but I also know that I need to create something that can, sustain us in the long term. I got to go to work. I got a day job. So it's difficult. It's difficult to leave my family to go to work. But it's that investment in the more long-term, success of the family, I guess. And this is the card that says it's kind of difficult for us to find the balance, for one thing, but then also to communicate to our loved ones why we have to go to work. Why we can't stay home every day. The Seven of Wands here at the end. This, I think, is the support from your family really gives you the strength to go on. I think you have a very supportive group of people around you. If it is family, maybe these are friends, maybe these are coworkers, I don't know. Feels like family. I think they're very supportive of you, and that makes you feel that you can do it. I think if the people around you were kind of laying a lot of this guilt on you, it would be more difficult for you to continue to do this work day after day after day, and not just kind of enjoy, enjoy the surface level kind of gratification of the moment, to focus instead on the future that we're building. But because you have such a good support system, you feel like you can tackle anything. Seven of Wands. Let's look at the mystery card now. And then I've got to go take some more medicine. I don't know what we need. What do we need here? Maybe we need, maybe like a 9 or a 10, right, of cups or of pentacles. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. I'm thinking a 9 or a 10 of cups. Nope, Knight of Pentacles, same as this one. So it really is all about the vision, right? It's all about the future. You know what you want for you and your family or your business, your coworkers, your friends, whatever. And it keeps coming back to this. It's just a constant reminder that says you're creating something for the future here. As difficult as it is to get up and go to work every day, you're creating something that is going to benefit everybody in the long run. Even though it might be a challenge to get up and go to work every day. But you're doing it, and it's for a good reason, And I think 6 months from now, you're going to really see it starting to give back to you. And that's very exciting. Now, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click either above or below in the video description. I'm here every day from 6 to 8 a.m. Chicago time. Rain or shine, in sickness and in health, I'll be here. Okay. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. I really do love hearing from you. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.